Monster Bash, Day 2. Now it's time to get my thinking cap on and get started. Now, I know some people like to draw, other people like to write lists, others jump straight into a project, trusting to the ADHD gods that they'll manifest something. I certainly was part of that camp for a long time, but what I do now is something that I like to call visual kit bashing. The first thing I do is look for images of models, animals, or people, or clothing that inspire me. I then take my images and move on to Photoshop. At this point, I start to play with the image. Obviously, I don't expect the end product to look exactly like this, but this is just a way that I find helps me visualize and solidify the ideas that I have spiraling around in my head. Now, by this stage, I was pretty convinced that I was going to make some sort of demon wearing a dress, or some demon wearing some lady who was wearing a dress. But that all changed when I found this guy. Diving straight back into Photoshop, I started playing around, adding a few bits, removing a few bits, and he was perfect. The rider needed a bow and a paper fan, so I knew it had to be a woman, possibly a noble. Either way, I would deal with it when I get to it. But just when I thought all of my thoughts and ideas were finally coming together, this happened. And then this happened. And then this happened. I knew I could get away with the bow and the fan, but the music prompt finally came to me. And it was so obvious. But now I have two ideas that I really like. And yes, I know I can put them together and make it work, but they're just not as good together as they would be individually. So, I find myself in a situation where I have one option, and that is to do both. 'Cause why not?